In this video, we're doing some MLB picks. Stick around to see what we got. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. My name is Austin. This is the Sports Stage. If you're coming back, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Like I said before, we're doing some MLB picks. We're going to throw these ones in on Chalkboard, okay? Chalkboard has been giving us great lines right now. As you guys know, Sleeper is actually my favorite app to use. Just the whole interface, the lines, the payouts, all of that. Sleeper has been my favorite app over the last few months. But I've told you guys before, it goes in waves. It goes up and down. One month, one app might be better than the other app. Right now, it's Chalkboard giving us better lines. I'll give you an example of that on one of these picks that we're about to do, where Sleeper didn't have as good of a line as Chalkboard. I do use multiple apps, but right now we're going with Chalkboard. Real quick, guys, real quick, fast recap. Yesterday we hit the VIP slip in DFS. That was on Chalkboard. It was a shield play, which is an insured pick. We hit 3 out of 4 on there. We cashed a little bit there. Missed the free pick. The sports books, though, have been killing it for us. 8 of the last 10 days we've been profiting. Yesterday was actually a little bit of a down day. We didn't profit yesterday. We were actually down 1 unit, but 8 of the last 10 days we have been profitable, and those picks are sent to my VIPs. If you don't want to miss any of my picks, guys, link in the description below. You can get in on the free pick subscription or the VIPs and get all my sportsbook plays as well as the DFS slips. Both are going to be sent straight to your phone via text message. Like I said, link in the description below. We're going to do these on Chalkboard. I'm going to pull up the Chalkboard app for you real quick. And if you don't have Chalkboard, right here at the bottom of the screen, there's a promo code. Use code WORLDWIDE. You're going to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. That's free money. Take it. Take everything you can from these apps as they get you set up with new user bonuses. Right here into the picks, guys. Jordan Montgomery, you can see right here, I already got it pulled up. 17.5 outs is his line. We are going to take that play. This one is a 1:40 p.m. start time. That's Mountain Time, so it's going to be 3:40 p.m. Eastern Time. Obviously, it's going to be 2:40 Central Time and 12:40 on the Pacific Coast there. So those are your time zones for this start time. So you have a little bit of time right now. It's 8:30 in the morning on Thursday, June 27th. And like I said, guys, we're going with the outs line. That's one thing I do like about Chalkboard and Sleeper is they have pitcher outs. Prizepicks has it as well. Underdog, it depends. I haven't seen this line on Dabble yet. Dabble is one of my favorite apps as far as payouts goes, and they just don't have pitcher outs yet. So, like I told you, I compare lines on different apps. Lines, odds, all of it, payouts. Compare it all across the board. But Chalkboard has this line at 17.5 outs, which is the same line that's on props.cash. Sleeper has this line at 16.5 outs. We're taking the under here, so it's better for us to do this on Chalkboard. I like the under. You can see his chart here. These are his last 10 games. You can see here he went over it in these 3 games and barely with 18 outs, and he went over it in this one with 21. That's significant. 21 outs, that's a good game. That's 7 full innings. But when he is going over it, these other 3 games, he's barely getting over it. And you can see there's more games where he's significantly under it than there are where he's significantly over it. Right here, he's got 9 outs. He's got 16, 12, 6, and 15. The 17 was barely under it, but especially this 15, 12, 6, and 9, those are well under it. I mean, this one here, that's 2.5 outs under it. That's 2/3 of an inning. That's a pretty significant number. Where this pick gets interesting and great for us, where I have a lot of confidence because of it, if I scroll down here, he's playing Minnesota, and over the last 15 days, they are first in weighted runs created plus. Over the last 30 days, they're third, and on the season, they're third. They're hitting the shit out of the baseball, and that favors well for us. That bodes well for us. Right now, you can see Ks per inning. Montgomery's in the 10th percentile in the MLB right now. Now, we're not doing a K line, so that doesn't matter directly, right? But that shows me that he's not striking guys out. People are putting the ball in play against him. When you put the ball in play, you have more of a chance to get on base, which results in more runs, which results in the pitcher exiting early. I like that pick because of that. One, because of the chart up here that shows us how often over the last 10 starts he's been under this, but plus based on the matchup here and based on him pitching to contact, we're taking that under all day long. Moving on to the next pick, guys, we're going to go with John Gray. Let me scroll over here to the Texas game. This one's a 4:35 Mountain Time start time. John Gray, we're not going with the outs line on him. We're going to go with the strikeout line on John Gray. And the strikeout line is actually 3.5, pretty much across the board on all apps. Excuse me, I'm clearing my throat, guys. Allergies are kicking my butt right now still. It's a terrible season right now where I live. So 3.5 is what his line is set at across most books and most daily fantasy apps. FanDuel has him at 4.5. You can see Caesars, BetMGM, and DraftKings all have him at 3.5. Pinnacle, sharpest book in the world, has him at 3.5. They have him at minus 197 to hit the over on 3.5. But Chalkboard has a flash deal right now with 1.5. That one's pretty easy. Not much to say about it because we're getting that flash deal. It's easy to throw in there. It's not going to give us a huge boost on our slip, but it is going to give us a slight boost, and it's a pretty much guaranteed hit that he gets 1.5 strikeouts. Let's look at his entire season. Every single start this year, he's had at least 2 strikeouts. So not much more to say on that one, guys. I'm just going to move right along. That one's just a flash deal. Throw that on your slip, give you a little bit of a boost on your payout there. Next, we're going to go with the Cleveland game, guys. Not sure how I got lost there. Let's scroll over to the Cleveland game. That one is a night game, so you got plenty of time to put this pick in. We're going with the pitcher outs, and we're going to go with Ben Lively here. His line is at 16.5, pretty much across the board. I'll pull it up over here on props.cash as well. Cleveland, KC. Oops, I'm still on strikeouts. My fault. Let's get to the pitcher outs line here. Ben Lively, 16.5. So you see minus 120 on the under. So on the over, minus 120 on the under. It's pretty split right here as far as the odds. So we're going to actually take the under. As you can see here, I'm going to look over here at the odds on Pinnacle. They have the under at minus 142. They have the over at minus 102. Like I said, that's the sharpest book in the world. So I do look at Pinnacle a lot and see what their odds are, see where they're at. But I don't only look at Pinnacle. BetMGM has it pretty even. Here, oops. You can see FanDuel has the under slightly favored, and the Caesars has the under slightly favored, but Pinnacle has it more favored with 142 to minus 102. Oops, I dropped the chalkboard at. Let's pull it back up. So minus 16.5 outs. We're going with the under. You can see here he's actually been over it more times than not on the season. He's at 7 out of 12 games. That's slightly above, right? 55% or 58% here. You guys know 55% is my mark where I'm trying to get picks that are 55% likely to hit or more, okay? Over the last 5 games, he's actually been at 60%. He's covering this here with 21, 17, and 17. Now, he barely went over it here. He did have these 2 games where he was pretty significantly under it with the 15 outs and the 12 outs. Today, he's going against KC. They actually don't have a very good lineup, okay? So this, all in all, this pick slightly looks pretty terrible for us, right? But the reason I'm taking this pick, everybody knows Kansas City, or playing in Kansas City is like playing at Coors Field. That is a hitter's park 100%. And the game is in Kansas City. Lively is traveling there. Let's look at his away chart. So far in his away games, he's under this line in 3 out of the last 5. If you look at his season on the road, 5 out of 7 games he's been under this line. On the road, Ben Lively is struggling. Pair that with the fact that he's playing in Kansas City, where it is an absolute hitter's ballpark 100%, and Kansas City is finally healthy. They should have their full lineup back in. That is why I'm going with this pick. That's why I dive deeper into these, because at face value, this looks like you should take the over every single time. But look at his away splits, look at Kansas City's lineup being healthy, and look at the ballpark. Weighted runs created plus takes into ballpark, all that stuff. He's going against Kansas City in Kansas City. I don't need to really say much more than that, but his road splits are terrible. We're taking that pick all day long. If you trust me, take the under. Okay, that's what I'm going with. I think it's a great pick. I just told you why. Sorry, missed my type in there. So $100 play is going to win you $356. It's a 3.56x payout. Real quick before I let you go, that's all I have for the picks, but I do have my fantasy football draft guide live now. You can get in on that with the link below. There's a link that will get you straight to the draft guide. Don't miss out on that, guys. I'm trying to help you all win your fantasy leagues. Last year, I did not do a draft guide. This year is the first year I'm actually doing a draft guide to help people win their fantasy leagues. Take a look at my Dynasty Fantasy team. I have it on my YouTube shorts. You can see how my team has built. You can see that I'm not just BSing you, trying to tell you I know what I'm talking about fantasy football. The proof is in the pudding, guys. Take a look at my dynasty team. Joe Burrow, C.J. Stroud, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Puka Nacua, Drake London, Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson, Travis Etienne. The list goes on. I built that team up because I researched fantasy football all season long, and I'm sharing that info with you guys now. So if you want in on my draft guide, link in the description below. That draft guide, that subscription there will get you my draft guide as well as start sit recommendations all season long. So if you're into fantasy football, check that out. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like these videos, if you like my picks, and if you like my fantasy football advice, and you like this channel, hit that subscribe button, please. It supports the channel more than you guys know. And like I always tell you, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so appreciative for any support I can get from you guys. I do this for y'all, and I do it because it's fun, and I love sports. Okay, so I'm going to keep putting out the content. Hit that subscribe, hit that like. Have a good Thursday, and I'll see you guys soon.